You're staring at your pitch deck. Your software can perform 100 different tasks, and you want the investor to see that full vision. But you know that if the deck becomes too dense, they will never finish it. Venture capitalists review dozens of decks every week. Because of that volume, their default setting is rejection. They are scanning your slides specifically for a reason to say no, so they can move on to the next email. That creates a ruthless moment of truth. The second an investor opens your PDF, a mental decision tree activates. This shows the two distinct paths a deck can take. Path A relies on scattered metrics, leading to cognitive overload and an immediate pass. Path B follows one narrative thread toward a clear thesis, resulting in a partner meeting. Trying to prove every possible value proposition at once forces the investor onto Path A. When a VC has to work too hard to find the core growth engine, they simply close the file. A pitch deck does not function as an encyclopedia of your startup. Its only mechanical goal is to secure the next conversation. Airtable provides a clear example of how to handle this pressure. Their early fundraising is still studied today as a masterclass in presentation discipline. In 2012, Howie Liu, Andrew Ofsted, and Emmett Nicholas set out to combine the flexibility of a spreadsheet with the power of a relational database. The founders' connection and the initial ideation phase actually started years before they had a viable product, tracing back to their time at Duke University. The product they eventually built was a horizontal blank slate database. This is historically one of the most difficult types of software to market because it has no fixed use case. Despite that underlying complexity, their early decks succeeded. They relied on extreme narrative focus, rather than trying to list every possible feature. This clarity was enough to secure backing from highly skeptical early-stage angels, including Ashton Kutcher. The difference between an average deck and one that gets funded is often just a single honest slide that anchors the entire presentation. Airtable demonstrated that simplifying a massive vision into a single narrative thread is the most effective way to move a VC toward a commitment. Many founders fall into the kitchen sink trap. They include every vanity metric they can find, hoping that something, anything, will resonate with the investor. The alternative is to condense your traction narrative down to one core metric. This is your honest slide. This table highlights the structural difference. The kitchen sink approach uses over 25 slides to cover scattered metrics. The narrative thread approach limits itself to 16 slides, focusing on one core metric and a single thesis. When you present the honest slide, the investor understands the growth engine immediately. You've removed the cognitive friction that leads to a rejection. The trade-off is that you have to intentionally leave out good secondary metrics, like gross signups or social followers, if they don't support the main story. Curating your data builds trust. It proves to the investor that you understand exactly what drives the business and can separate meaningful growth from noise. There is a similar challenge in positioning a product that can theoretically solve any problem.
Airtable chose a specific wedge. They framed themselves exclusively as a solution for makeshift database use cases where spreadsheets were failing. They explicitly avoided calling themselves an Excel killer. They knew that for numerical calculations, Excel was still the better tool. This is the core concept of a focused market entry piercing a much larger, previously impenetrable industry. This specific positioning created a believable narrative. It allowed VCs to see a clear path for how the company would win its first set of customers. However, this requires a trade-off. You have to fight the urge to claim you serve everyone on Earth, which means your perceived total addressable market looks smaller early in the pitch deck. A believable, smaller market entry is more fundable than a massive, unbelievable claim that your product is for every person on the planet. To maintain this level of discipline, you have to work within a structural constraint. Your entire pitch should be exactly 16 slides. The 16-slide limit forces you to tell a linear story that respects the investor's time and focuses only on the criteria they use to make a deal. You must cut deep technical explanations, complex roadmap slides, and long origin stories that don't prove the investment thesis. You aren't deleting this information. You are moving it to the appendix or saving it for the Q&A portion of the meeting. Constraints reveal prioritization. They show the investor whether a founder can identify the most important parts of their own business. If you are raising capital right now, you can apply these same Airtable lessons to your own deck. The main goal is to make the potential investor's job easy by delivering one honest slide inside a coherent 16-slide narrative. There are two primary paths for a founder to achieve this level of deck discipline. If you have no budget but plenty of time, you can take the DIY approach. You open your slides, find your core thesis, and delete anything that doesn't strengthen it. This free advice costs weeks of trial and error and risks narrative errors that lose investors. Then there is the high-leverage founder. You have very little time and cannot afford to confuse a potential investor. Trading a fixed cost for a predictable structure helps a founder move from preparation to execution without stalling on the narrative. Instead of guessing what belongs on those 16 slides, you can use the exact structures venture capitalists expect to see. The $497 VC-ready 16-slide pitch deck Canva kit is a resource for founders who need to launch their raise immediately. This kit functions as a consulting manual. Each page provides the specific deal-making criteria a founder needs to hit to satisfy a VC's checklist.
This includes the 16-slide Canva deck, a full VC instruction guide, lifetime updates, and 0 fees. Investing in this asset provides a proven structure, allowing you to stop editing slides and start focusing on taking meetings. Check the link in the description to secure this framework and finalize your deck today. Fundraising depends on clarity. Adopting a proven framework ensures that clarity is baked into the deck before you ever hit send.